Bam! There we go. Uh, Welcome everybody, and hello. Quick reminder before I do anything else. I just had a bleeding nose when I went walking the dog, so that might cause my voice a little bit to be different because I try to not get a bleed again, and that happens. So where we start off, we had the rocks. Now we're gonna continue with the actual grass and all that stuff, and then once that's done we're gonna continue with this one, and then we're gonna fix this one up so that this will look the same as this. So yeah, I hope you all gonna enjoy this and have a nice day today. So first things first, get this thing done, get full mode, and then what was it called? Oh yeah, come on, I need to verify. Well, everything can happen. I know that I'm not the best at happening things, but so far things can happen and you don't want them to happen. Well, congratulations, they happen. You just don't want to have this problem be occurring too many times. Alright, so first things first, gonna switch it up a little bit. And I'm gonna use 4? Yeah? Yes, 4. Alright. So what I'm gonna do with this, instead of all these drawings, I'm gonna try to get the lighting on this side which I want. So yeah, let's see. So why did I get a bloody nose? Well, a bloody nose I got because of the temperature that is different between my room and, well, the outside. So today it's gonna be really hot, and tomorrow it's gonna be really hot, and then Friday it's gonna be really hot, and then Saturday, Sunday it's gonna be like sweaty New Year. So it's gonna be a real trouble. I'm not fat or anything. No. But I will get sweaty like really bad, really bad. I will get sweaty feet. I will get sweaty oxals, all that stuff. So it's gonna be a long day before I will be able to, have a cold one. It's gonna be so hot that most of my time it's gonna be, no, I might not be able to even draw. If I would do it on the Saturday or Sunday, which I normally don't. So, oh well, it happens. So, what I like the most about this weather is that, well, it is very sunny. What I don't like about it, it is very dry. And dry weather is like a a death sentence to a person. If you have dry weather, that means that your nose is gonna be really dry when you wake up. You think that you're sick because your nose is dry, and then you realize that you're not sick because your nose is dry. So most of these problems just naturally occur, and well, they just happen. You see, I don't mind that these things are a thing that can happen, but I don't want them to happen when I don't want them to have happen. So by looking at this problem that well, many of you already realized, the problem lies within the how do you say? The problem lies within the weather, and so this is why I'm doing actually early streams like this instead of, well, you know, doing it on 10 o'clock or something like that, because then it's already getting really hot, and well, really hot weather is not the thing that you want to have happen. It's not a thing that you want to let happen. The wording today. So, to compensate with that, it is that I can now draw, and then don't have to deal with warm weather at all. Also, this was why the delay of normal 9 o'clock happened, because well, bleeding noses, those come first. I can't. I know that it happens, and I can't. I can notify you guys because I don't have a way of getting on the internet without paying on my mobile phone, and so I'm just doing this instead. Also, bleeding nose season is like very natural for me, so I get used to it. I just totally forgot that it existed because it was a long time before it was again sunny again. And now we're dealing with this bullshit. So yeah. It happens, Don't wanna brag about it, don't wanna brag about it, no. I'm not proud of this. Definitely not. Everybody can have such days like, bleeding nose season, sneezing season, having eye problems because of flower season. All these nice seasons that it can be. And mine is especially in the sunny period. Cold period, nothing to be worried about because it is not even more cold anymore here. No freezing temperatures, nothing. Just wet, and wet. So the only thing we are gonna get is rain in the winter anymore. We can no longer, ice skate because climate change and such. I think this place will go more tropical, but by the looks of it, summers will get very dry and winters will get very wet. So we are having like a dry period and a wet period. Most plants don't like that because it gives problematical. It is problematical for most common plants like um, leaf trees. Yes, just casual leaf trees. They don't like that. They absolutely hate it. Why? Because leaf trees are actually can deal with heat. That's good because their leaves absorb the sun, and if their moist is gone, then it will actually get drained really quickly. So leaf trees don't work as well in such a climate because it's getting really wet and then it's gonna get really hot, and leaf trees cannot stockpile the water supply only in their bark, and their leaves are gonna drain their stockpile very quickly, so it might be a problem. Though the good news is we also have different kind of trees, the old ones, the spars and such, the ones that actually have a fat supply. So they produce fat in their leaves to they have like a fat reserve. So if it is dry and not at all, if it is very dry today, the main problem that lies, well, when it is dry, they don't, lose any energy at all, which is good. So once 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 the whole once this if this will go on, you will see more spars, but you will see less leaf trees, which gives the variety of trees are gonna get less. So no apple trees, no pineapple trees. No, well, pineapple trees, yeah, they could be. They could be installed if they want to, because we don't have harsh wind anymore. But these trees don't work. So what would work? Take for example wine. Wine works really well in a dry, hot climate and then very wet in the winter period. So yes, those will work. Potatoes will work. Leeks will work still. So we still have ways of dealing with it. Just the leaf trees are not gonna be a good way to deal with it, because they are like, we have this dry soil, we cannot do anything about it, and we cannot do anything with it, because our tree leaves will get murdered and butchered. So, yeah, so we have these, so oaks, they don't like it, because they cannot stockpile their water supply. They can only stockpile their water supply in their bark. So the bark is gonna get really, really quickly drained, and therefore, well, they will run out of water, because there will be less water. Yes. So that's a problem. It's a healthy one, but it is a problem nonetheless. This is why climate change is such a big deal. For me, for instance. Because most animals, some of them can deal with it, others can't. And therefore, you have these animals that don't deal with it, and other animals that deal with it. Like, go out in the evening, go out in the night. Well, animals like those, they don't mind if they lay comfy in a warm bed, They don't mind, because they can just walk around in the nighttime. So yeah, most nocturnal animals, they don't have to deal with it. But crows and birds that fly not nocturnal, they will have a problem. And oh boy, they will have a problem that they don't want to have. So yeah, most of these problems are gonna get problematic, because some animals can't adapt to this new lifestyle of wake up, go to sleep, and then go back and wake up in the night, because it's way too hot. So animals with not good with too much energy will actually overheat. So which ones? The mole rat. There you go. The mole rat. Yes, the mole rat is one of those things. Like, they can survive in hot climates. That's correct, but they need a constant supply of energy to feed themselves, if I'm correct. So if their feeding supply is not met, they die. And, a lot of critters and a lot of creatures are not gonna be there. So, they might starve, because, they are not suited. They are specialized in forest, and not in a dry forest, no, in a wet forest. And if you're specialized, and specialization comes at a cost, always. So you're specialized in your hobby. Well, congratulations, you need to do something else. You can't. Well, you go broke. That's the main idea, If you're specialized and you cannot work around it, then, and you want this job so badly, but you work too much, you overwork, and then you die. I don't know, all this stuff that can happen. So if an animal does that, if an animal cannot, work around it, then, well, it dies. So specialization can be a death sentence to a little beastie, little fish, So yeah, also ponds and creatures that rely on moist to survive or reproduce, they will have less of it. And less means, well, they get fucked over. Pretty much. So, what is then the best option? What is the best solution to this problem? Well, what best solution to this problem is that most animals, adapt to it. Why? Because, it will be there forever. Because this is climate change. The climate changes, the earth is adapting, and will live on. What will work in this hot, and then very moist place? Well, I will tell you this: if we continue with this, if the climate change continues, then well, we're going back to the business, boys and girls, whoever is watching. We're going back. We're going back to. This is just an assumption, but it's on my mind. Whatever. We are dealing with the Cretaceous era that has been happening, alright? And then afterwards there was a meteor shower. That is confirmed. There was a meteor, that came to Earth and it just like BAM! Everything dies, But it didn't. Not everything died, sadly. So, what happens, this guy, this meteor, caused a lot of changes to happen in the climate because, there was a lot of CO2. So there was a cryonic winter, which caused a lot of death, but, but the meteor shower impact also did a lot. So burning lungs, spontaneous combustion, all that stuff. Ugh, nasty beast. So what happens next is even more fun. So because the Cretaceous era was still there, but it was not existing. Alright, it was not existing anymore because, there was balance. There was balance created. And this balance came in the form of a meteor. So the Cretaceous era was actually a lot of moist and dry summers. Alright, so a lot of moist, dry summers. A lot of moist, dry summer. So every single day there is like a lot of moist and then hot summer. So what can live on that kind of type? Well, dinosaurs can. These things were like really good adaptable to, hot climates because, they don't give a shit. They get a lot of energy out of it. And, they had a lot of fat supply reserves, good food supply, so they could, take shelter in the early days, and then in the midday they will just go, or the other way around. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we are no more in that era, in the area, or in the climate of that era. We're not going back to the era. We're gonna go back to the climate of it. So what's gonna happen is that this climate can come back. Why can it come back? Because that's what climate change does. It goes the climate change that happened with the meteor shower causes a lot of things, but those things can be reversed. And if I'm correct, I don't know if I'm correct. I'm just doing an assumption. The meteor did, an impact, caused the climate change to happen, caused a new era to arise, and then another and another. But climate change happens over time, and this thing naturally did. All right. In the 17th century, if I'm correct, there was a tiny ice age, which happened, and every single year, climate change happens. Everything goes warmer and warmer, warmer and warmer. If you don't have humans to deal with, well, it still happens. It's just less noticeable and less. It doesn't ramp up very fast. Alright, so it doesn't happen really quickly. Now the problem lies is that this time it does. happen really quickly. Why does it really quickly happen? Well, because of all the CO2 output that is causing a lot of problems. And, this climate change, this climate change is actually the same climate that we had before, but we haven't seen it. Other things have, like crocodiles have, they are really adaptable to, African, climate. And that's exactly the climate we're gonna get, a lot of dry stuff and then long wet days, like long monsoon days. So I hope you're ready about that, because we're gonna live in that, if my assumptions are right, which could be wrong. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not blaming myself if I'm wrong. I'm like, well, that's a surprise. What a healthy one, you know. Could also do anything else. It could also cause anything else, but I like to assume things. So yeah, assumptions can be done. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm not saying that does happen. I'm just saying that might happen. And might is still a thing that, I cannot confirm it, but I can, try to reasonably think, why should it happen? Like that. Like, why did this happen? Well, possibly by this. And then you say like, yes, that might be a real solution. And then other people are gonna be like, yes, another real solution for us. Huzzah. So, I hope you got that a little bit. Don't know if it works. I don't know if it was entertaining or whatever. It's just me with my mind like, what is on my mind? Well, this is on my mind, and I will just tell you what the hell I'm just thinking about. It's not a thing that I like to think about. It's a thing that I, just think about. It's like freedom of thoughts, and everybody can have their own, thoughts in whatever they want. So yeah, so what I'm now doing is actually just getting this color fixed on these things, and then fixing up the rest. So yeah, those are the things that I'm dealing with, thinking about what the hell just happened. What the hell just happened? So yeah, if you think about, climate change, you could just, make wild assumptions, and then, you might not be right. And I will say like, oh well, if you know it better, then just go on. Tell me. I'm interested. So yes, I like knowledge. I also like, speculations. Theories, sure. They exist. They might exist, and theories are just theories. They are supposed to take with a grain of salt sometimes. And well, if you are thinking about something and just, think like, hey, I might be right. And then it will make you happy like, oh yes, I might be right. It doesn't mean that you're right, and you should listen to the people that are more, that are smarter and well, not smarter, I mean, that have more base knowledge of it, If they say it is not right, and they say like, well, your assumption is wrong, I respect that. Could you please tell me why? And then they will say like, yes. Or they will say like, no. But if they say nothing, that's also fine. After all, we're all winners here. Especially those people over there, Those that are celebrating. Because those are the winners. Those who are celebrating, that the theory is right, well, they are the winners. Technically. It doesn't mean that they're right. They might be right. They might be wrong. The only way to figure out if it works is to see it. To believe it. Or to prove it. But proving goes a really long way. I can't do it. Why, God's name, do I have it right there under my nose? Yeah, I'm dealing with a bleeding nose, so that's a problem. Yes, it's a problem. It's a problem, people. It's a problem. It doesn't mean that I'm doing the problem, that I'm fixing the problem. It means that I'm doing nothing against the problem. Why am I not doing anything about the problem? Because, it's just a problem. And the problems will just go away because I know that, well, white blood cells will just, fill up the gaps that cause the bleeding and then will stop the bleeding. The problem is my nose, blood vessels are really thin, so they will break easy. So I cannot look for gold in my nose, otherwise I will bleed. So it happens. And a bleeding nose is a good thing because it means that either you're sick or, summer. Well, here, summer. So yes, I know exactly when summer begins. Fun, right? So why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? All of this just to please my little sister. Well, I'm doing this because, I want her to remember that I'm doing things, that I'm prepared to do things, that I want to do things, that I like to do things, and that I, want to help her achieving things. I'm a very honest guy on this. I like that my little sister is already really big and really helpful to everybody. She's very nice, and she's still my little sister in my eyes. She's a big sis, but she's little for me. And that's what I like about it. That's what I like about it. She has a home, she has a friend that lives with her, so, everything in life is just going well for her. And I'm happy that it goes that way. Not everybody can have that. Not everybody can live the dream. I can. I'm living the dream right now. I'm living on a pension money that the government provides, so I'm not complaining. If I would complain, then God, good Lord, I wouldn't. I will not complain if I gain money, I'm not complaining that I gain money from nothing. For doing nothing, absolutely nothing. I can just follow my dreams and do nothing. And, that's fine. Everybody can do that. Everybody can have a pension, if I not get a job correctly, and if I don't get a job, and well, most of the people can, but me, no. People don't want me. Might want me, but they will hesitate. And until then, I will just wait before the corona is going away, because as long as corona is here, people will just casually refuse me because, they have a valuable reason, and that's gonna be like, yeah, corona is a little bit of a bitch, so we don't want to have any contact, thank you. So yes, until then, I will not try to look for work. I will look for work after it's done. I will swear upon it. I can swear upon the graves of death, I will look for work afterwards. Also, if this whole debacle of bullshit is going on, needs to go away. That doesn't look nice. God damn it. Oh well, time to fix it manually. There you go. That's more better. Bullshit that, what the, nah. There you go. So, yeah, and the autosave just happened, so I'm gonna save it again, so that the autosave is not happening. I think I should put that away. You know, autosaving is a real good thing to have, but it might not be good for everyone. No, 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 no. Already we're 30 minutes in the stream, and what did we do? Oh, we just fixed 2 of them. Yes, but this time, you know, I'm not tired. I'm not having a problem with my head. I'm just talking to you guys without any problems. I'm not hesitating to have a conversation, you know. It's better now. It's way better, and I think this is actually quite good. So, you know, I have a thing to talk about because, you know, I had a bleeding nose, and then I could just talk about the weather, which is a normal thing to talk about because, you know, we're normal people here. Normal. Yeah, normal people. Woo. Everybody is normal. Doesn't matter who you are or what you are, you're just a normal person. But you're special. And that's the fun part. So how can you be normal and special at the same time? Well, everybody has his own professions, and therefore, and everybody has his talents, and that is what makes you special. So you begin as a normal person, and then you develop your special ability. Like, you know, not everybody can beat a game in 3 minutes. You know, or, well, you know, speedrun things. Which is also impressive. That's also skills. Chess. You know you win chess all the time? Well, congratulations. You know how the brain works and you know every single step of chess. So you are smarter than the enemy. That makes you special. You play poker. Well, poker is about chance and you know exactly how to calculate it. You win a lot of money, you go famous, and, well, you have a nice house thanks to it. Congratulations. Why? Because you're a good poker player. And you know, that makes things special. You're an awesome artist. Well, congratulations. You're making other people's day way better than beforehand. That's also cool. You're an entertainer. Well done. You entertain people. That's fucking awesome. Who doesn't want to be entertained? I know. I know who doesn't want to be entertained. A rock. That's the only person that you cannot cheer up. Because, you know, a rock is a rock. It doesn't have emotions. So yes, everybody has talents. Whether you have them now, whether you have them not now, you know, it's good to be, you know, happy all the time. You don't think about the bad stuff that happens. You don't think, you laugh at it like, what the hell? Why do you laugh at something like that? And then you realize like, ah yes, I cannot sense that people are sad about it. My bad. Sorry. Didn't mean to. It was an accident. It was an accident, Charlie. An accident. So, to realize that you are doing a great job, well, you need to make rules. And these rules are, well, preset most of the times. Like, alright, to entertain a person, you need, you know, you need to make sure that they are wowed. Or, well, you know, fascinated. And if they are fascinated and they have fun, you know, being fascinated, then you entertain them. If I'm correct, I don't know, but that looks like a reasonable reason why they should be, you know, that should be a reason why they should be entertained. All right. So, like for instance, if you are an artist and you produce art and people like it because, you know, it triggers their emotions, yes, then your job is done. Because, you know, you triggered the emotions of a person. Well, good or bad. But if the person likes it, regardless of, you know, good or bad emotions, then yes, it's a good art. Because, you know, it triggers emotions and people that like it, you know, have reasons why they would like this art. So, now is the big question. Why would there be something like, what's a cool thing that you could do and you're really talented at and you can still entertain people with? I know, car racing. Yes, that's a real cool talent. I'm not a fan of cars. I still think it's very impressive that you could drive it like that. So, I have respect. And that's something that some people lack. You know, respect for the art of um, respect for the art of the talent. Yes. Yes, there you go. Respect for the art of the talent. Oh man, I'm going deep now. Oh, don't want to go too deep. I can't swim. Ha, just kidding. I can. We learn it at we all learn it at preschool. You know, that's it's a must. If you're living in this country, you must learn how to swim. It's a government rule. So yeah. But yes, I know how to swim. I can swim. I can swim everywhere. Well, I still would not consider going to swim everywhere, but yes, I can swim everywhere where I want. It's still not reasonable, but it is a thing that I can do. So, to continue with whatever I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was talking about the art of entertainment upon a talent. Yes, within a talent. Yes. So let's pick up a random talent. What is a good talent to be that entertains people? Oh, running really fast. Yes. You can impress people when running really fast. Oh my god. Yes, that's a thing. Did you notice? Alright, so since that you are running really fast, you have this, talent that you can run. So you could technically contest against other people with the same talent, which is the thing that happens. Which is the thing that can happen. So, since that this is true, this talent of theirs is, running very fast and they can contest with other people that can do it. This gives this competition, and this competition is healthy because other people will watch it because they are curious who could run the fastest. So regardless of who wins, it's still impressive to see how fast these people can go. Therefore, it's an art of entertainment because people are getting fascinated upon looking how fast they can run, how fast the other people can run. So technically you entertain people by just running really fast in a group. Even though this group is a competition, it doesn't matter who wins. It matters that people like to see it happening. So technically all the sports are a sort of entertainment because, it's impressive to see how people can do it. And, since that people can do it and it is impressive, you entertain people. Therefore, your talent is an art of entertainment. Ah! Wow! This is so fucking cool. This is so fucking cool to talk about. Even though it is like really vague shit, but alright. So let's pick another art. Let's pick another talent. Alright. So you are good. What is your talent? Technically, being a business person that knows how to, work in business and makes a lot of money by, selling and buying properties and flipping their houses upside down, like, well, we fixed this house up and now we make a lot of money. That's also talent because, you're a calculated person and, you know how to do this. and people will be impressed, especially family members and friends of that person. Even televisions are impressed upon it, and therefore it will become entertainment once you wait long enough. Ah, there you are, you piece of shit. I finally found my bloody enemy from last night. I have this nasty little bugger, a female mosquito, which bits me every single time. Did you know that actually male mosquitoes don't bite for blood? I know. It's strange. I think that's what they do. Well, I read it somewhere, if I'm correct. So, I think that's true. If it is not true, please correct me next time, because I will also try it and see if it is correct. Because then I will try to, get things done correctly. So, yes, I'm doing this because I like it. I'm drawing because I like it. I'm doing this because, I have no other things to do, and, well, most of this is just me doing things. And how much do we still need to do? Let's just take a look, because we had done Big Boy 1, Big Boy 2. Now we need to do Big Boy 3 and Big Boy 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 still to go. But we can now look at the bigger picture here. I see I need to light this spot up, but yeah, I will do that later. I will do that soon. Alright, so, yes, let's continue with this bloody message. Alright, so, we need to get this thing done, and so there it will be done. Alright, so, this art is just the same thing as always, trying to correct, looking at things, seeing things happening, and then, try to avoid making mistakes that are already left behind the first time. So, I don't know. I have now clearly no idea what I'm talking about anymore. Lost in thoughts. That's a thing that I can do really fast. And also, it's like, oh, what were you saying? I didn't get it. That's the thing that happens to me sometimes. It's a thing that happens if I forget. Well, I don't kind of forget. I forget like really fast. Not forgetting things, but I'm forgetting like, oh shit, because I was too distracted. I'm not forgetting because I forget. I forget things because I was distracted. So yes, this whole idea of trying to get a good looking object, it's really hard and really frustrating because it's a lot of work. And since that you need to split your work in multiple parts, like what I do. For instance, I split my parts in multiple parts, therefore I can, calculate every single move I do. I know that I might not be the best at it. No. I am not the best at it. I am like the way worst at it, but of course, I did it on the wrong layer. God freaking damn it! Oh well, I totally did it on the wrong layer. God freaking fucking damn it. Why? Why in God's name do I always do this on the wrong layer? Why? See? I knew that I forgot something. I forgot it. Didn't think about it. Now, this is on the same layer as the rocks. So, now... for fuck's sake. Alright. So now I have to deal with this magnificent problem that, well, is easy fixable, but still. Holy hell, that's annoying. Because normally this should be really easily done. It's just, oh no, it's just a part, it's just some parts that I need to fix, oh, no. So, yeah. So this is gonna be, well, a problematical issue, which can be solved really quickly. Just hold on a sec. Not everybody is so smart as I am. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that I'm really frustrated that it happened again. And I don't want to have it happen. But I cannot complain because it happens sometimes, and you have to deal with it. Alright? Capish? Good. So, let's go back again on this, and then just, draw here. Draw some lines. There you go. So, going back to egg. So the main problem is that, well, most of this is just gonna be me, doodling, daddling, doodling, daddling. All these problems that occur are just me, figuring out things that I don't know what to do with. I don't know when it happens. I don't know where it goes from. It's just a little problem that lies beyond it. Also, like for instance, if I just, put up the color now, and I'm just gonna go like this, you'll see that this will happen. Alright, so I will put this like here. I can see what happens because so why do I do this like this? Because then I can see the bigger picture here going on. So what I want to have to happen, or what I do want to happen, is that all of this is not going to be lighting up, but it's going to be lighting up a little bit, not all of a sudden, Also, you can now see where the rocks are or not, so which is good, because that means that I can then change it up a little bit. So yeah, problems, people. You forget something, and then because you're talking in lost in thoughts, and everything else gonna go to smithereens because of it. So like this, and then gonna go. Yeah. So what I want to do is a thing that I can't do, and that's concentrating on one item at once. So, for instance, this item is a part. Well, congratulations on this. So, what we're gonna do now is, fix this up, because, we're gonna change it up a little bit so that we have this lighting over here. So it stands out a little bit more. Why do we do this? Well, because a part of the because some parts of this were like not lighted at all. Alright, so we did this one, that one, this one. Alright, so now we still need to do something, because I already realized it. For instance here, not everything is filled up, which is a problem, which we want, like that, boom, baby. Alright, so that just happens. And now we can continue. So, what we're gonna do first, because we have now some things on B and some things on A, well, congratulations, this is why I'm using these layers. But, not everything can do this, not everything can be fixed by, one layer, which is a dreadful thing to happen. Alright, so we have this, good. We're gonna first take up this, and then, slightly lighting it up. Like that. We also fixed now the problem with the first part. So, all right. So yeah, that's the thing that how it's done. All right. So, why are there so many parts that I don't need? All right. So, yes. Let's continue. All right. So we have this part, which has zero color. So we want to have some color. We're gonna start with this because it is color that it is usable. This is a color. The other one was not a color at all. So because this will go to this will go to a nice color that we want. All right. So since that this thing does not have a color correctly, we're gonna add it up. We're gonna give it a color. Look at it. It has now a color. Oh my god, that's so cool. That's so nice. Alright, so don't worry. All the parts that are here colored in can we just erase if we don't need them to be. So let's just fix that up. Because we can. Alright, so we have this. We can now go back to 3. Claim the parts that we don't. Right. Alright, so now we can continue with, color it up a little bit. So, first we're gonna do is add up the gap and the ridge lines. Like that. Alright, so the main idea here is that, to give more depth to the drawing, which is important. So we're gonna do that. So now this is done. Now we need to make sure that we have the darker part of it. Darker. Dark. The darkness, yes. So now we have this. Instead of what? Instead of, nothing happened. Good, good, good. Instead of this, we have this. See the difference? Good. See the difference? Good, good, good. It has far more character because this is like, oh well, that's what is that? Oh cool, that's a thing. That's a coral thing. Yes. See, instead of having this or this, having this or this. You see the difference? Good. Keep it that way. You can see it. Good. That's a good thing. All right. So let's save it up for today. So we go. So we have done 1, 2, 3 of this, 4. This is a big boy, by the way. Did you notice that? No? Okay, good. Because you need to notice it. So this big boy is big. And by big, I mean really big. Alright. Fuck me. Well, I'm clearly not in the shape to do this, trying continuing, because, I already have bleeding nose again, so... Yeah, today, let's say we cancel it because of technical issues. Technically we did a cancellation on the technical issues. I hope tomorrow I don't have it, but you never know, you never do. So, until the next time, I hope you all enjoyed. I think, I hope, I hope you do. But yeah, bloody damn bleeding noses. What can you do about it? Absolutely nothing, unless you know how to deal with it. Yeah, you could burn your nose or all that stuff, but so until then, until next time, bye all, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Bye.